Hey everyone, if you are new here, my name is Katie. I am a fourth year first grade teacher. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for joining for another Vlogmas video. Today's video is going to be a little mini day in my life just to kind of update you on Classroom Elf, and I'm also going to preview some of the activities that we're doing for the last week of school, so if you want to get any ideas from that, you can. And I'm just kind of chilling and hanging out, so I'll just kind of take you along with me through my morning, afternoon, and just through my day. My day definitely started off in a happy way because I picked up Chick-fil-A breakfast. My local Chick-fil-A gave me a reward for a free coffee. I think it's because students at the local university are starting finals week, so I think it was like a come get your coffee and study for finals. But I was very thankful for the free coffee reward, and then I also had points, so I got free chicken minis. So free Chick-fil-A today to start off my day. And then I also came in like super loaded because I had to go to the Dollar Tree and get stockings for our Christmas stocking stuffing that's going to happen next week during our Christmas party. I've never done this before, but some of the teachers in my grade level do this, and so I don't want them to have stockings and my students be like, where are my stockings? So we're going to do this for our Christmas party and have kids bring in things to fill the stockings instead of bringing in like food for the Christmas party. So yeah, it was a little disappointing yesterday though, because when I went to the Dollar Tree, they have upped their prices. So each one of these was $1.25 instead of $1. Cry face. I should have gotten it like a month ago. Not a month ago. I think I knew like 2 or 3 weeks ago that we were going to do this, and I should have gotten it then before the prices went up. So there's a lot of things in the Dollar Tree now that are $1.25. So that's a really sad day because I love it when it's all $1. But that's okay. I'm going to hang those this afternoon. I'm going to figure out where to hang them and then hang them this afternoon and worry about that later. For now, I'm getting all my stuff turned on, ready to go, and I'm going to eat my breakfast and just kind of chill. Also, I did want to update you on my Classroom Elf, so let me show you where he is today. He's just sitting in a bucket of pom-poms, and he wrote Elf Ball Pit. So that's really cute. I did this one last year, and my students really liked it. Super easy setup, just a bucket of pom-poms. And he's hanging out over here by the cubbies, so I'm hoping nobody will touch him, but they will be able to find him really quickly, so that'll be good. I shared in a previous vlog my little elf journals that my students have been keeping up with, so they've done really well writing in their journal. This is the example one that I've done on the board. I've tried to do an example every day just to help them kind of think about how we can draw it, what we can write, but I'm really letting them draw and write first, and then I kind of do my example to like kickstart anybody who was confused or lost or a little slow or hesitant to start. So here's kind of like a preview. We did the elf's name, which is Nugget. They named him Nugget. I didn't draw a picture of him on the first page, but they all have a picture of Nugget on the first page. Then we started on day 2 recording where he was. So on this day, he was up on the board with a note. And so we said Nugget is sitting on the shelf. He is by the ABCs. And the next day, he was hanging from the lights in the back, and he had a pocket chart full of candy canes. So Nugget brought candy canes for us. And then on this day, I didn't finish my picture, but he was up on the ABCs, and he had crossed out in where the picture of a nest was and put N is for Nugget, and I thought that was funny. Nugget has a red marker and a note. The next day he was taped up to the clock and they thought that was hilarious. And then yesterday he was hanging from the ceiling with a Spider-Man mask that I just printed and colored. And they loved that. And their sentence idea was to write Spider Nugget is hanging on a web. So that's just kind of a little mini preview of how our elf journal is going. They've been super creative and they kind of come in and there's a lot of excitement and chaos. But then once they settle, they do really good work in their journals. The day is pretty close to starting. It's about 7:30. Kids come into the room at around 8:05, 8:10-ish. So what I'm gonna try to do is I've been heating up my hot glue gun and I'm going to try to start putting together some frames for the ornaments we're going to make next week. I'll pop up a picture of what those ornaments look like here. I made them last year with my students and it worked really well. It was pretty low prep. I just pre-glued the popsicle sticks. And I'm hoping tomorrow, since tomorrow's Friday, we might have some extra time and we can go ahead and paint the popsicle sticks and the puzzle pieces. That way next week we can glue them and we can kind of go step by step through this ornament and not be rushed at the end. And I can send it home and they can put it on their tree. So I'm gonna start gluing the frames. I don't know how many I'm gonna get to. And then once it's time to pick up the kids, I'm gonna have to put the glue gun away. And so I might pull it back out during planning and try to finish them up then. We'll see. But that's about all I have. Our morning's gonna be pretty usual, regular small groups. We're just practicing soft C and soft G words and sentences. So I'm giving them a word, we're writing it on the board, we're reading it and marking it up, and then we're using that word in a sentence. So we're practicing dictation because we need a lot of dictation practice. And then I've got planning, and then we'll do our reading whole group, and it's all just gonna kind of be a normal day. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys later when I get a chance. Alrighty, y'all, let's chit chat about how the day went. First of all, rough. It was a rough day. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's talk about what I did accomplish and what I did do today. First off, I got the elf names. It was the first day in a very long time that my whole class has been here, and I remembered to ask them what they wanted to name their elf. So I was really excited because I've got to finish making their elves this weekend. So here were some of the names that they chose. We had Jojo, Orchid. One of them wants to name their elf 19. I was like the number? And they were like, yeah, 19. I was like, okay. Puppet, really happy. Emphasis on the really happy. I tried to just say happy, and they're like, no, really happy. Okay. Elfie, Destroyer, Muffin, Stacy. So they were pretty cute. I mean, pretty good names. So now what I'm going to do is I need to move my classroom elf and hopefully hang those stockings that I brought this morning. I think I'm gonna hang them from the ceiling up above me with push pins because I really don't have another place, like a ledge that I could hang them that would be out of the way, because I've got like stuff hanging up on my board in the front. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna put the elf sticking out of one. And then I'm also probably gonna print out some elf notes and leave a treat on the desk for the students who were well behaved and did what they were supposed to today, because not everybody did, and it was a rough day. And so we might need a little extra elf motivation and a reward for my students who were following directions. So there's that. And then once I finish that, I want to show you the math centers that I set up and give you like an overview of what I'm doing next week for the week before Christmas. As you could see, I quickly changed my mind about hanging those stockings up there. The tacks just were not holding and it was gonna be way too much effort, and then I'm just gonna take them down next week anyways for our Christmas party. So instead, Nugget is just gonna come in on a little stocking tomorrow, and I will talk about the note and send it home about how they can bring things in for each other's stockings next week. And then we're just gonna pull the stockings out for the party because it's just not worth it for me to hang them up. It's gonna be more chaos. I'm not in the mood for more chaos right now. Well, maybe later next week if I'm feeling in a better mood, I'll hang them somewhere. I don't know. We got plenty of decorations. So I'm not doing that because it was more hassle than it was worth, and it really wasn't safe being up there. Okay, here's the little behavior note, and I left a couple of them on different desks. Some students got 1 Hershey Kiss, and some students got 2, and some did not get any, sadly. And then I left him over here in the stocking, and then here was the note I came up with. Yesterday was busy, but some of you knew just what to do. For those students, I left a treat, or maybe even 2. Make sure you behave, because with Santa, I will share. Make decisions each day with great care. Rhyming words. Love the rhyming words. Anyways, so we will read that in the morning, and they missed him having a note today. Everybody was like, he didn't leave a note, so this will be good. So before I head out of here, I'm going to show you the 3 Christmas math centers that I set up today during my planning in their math buckets that we're going to use next week. Okay, the first one is a freebie from Teachers Pay Teachers. It's called Santa's Sleigh Drop, and I haven't printed out the word problems yet, but there are word problem cards that says Santa has this many presents, he dropped this many, how many are left? So I went ahead and put in the recording sheets here. I'm also going to laminate some tin frames that are in Santa's sleigh. I have Christmas erasers that they can use to solve them, and then task card boxes that they can use to record. The next one is one that I did last year, and it's Christmas measuring. So there are pictures in here, and they measure the line to see how tall it is, and then they look at the letter, and they record it on their recording sheet based on the length of the object. So I just realized I need to put rulers in this bucket, and then that one will be done. And then the last one is Christmas GeoBlock shapes. There's lots of different challenges, like can you make a present, can you make a Christmas tree, and then just shapes in the bucket. So next week for math, we're gonna have 4 rotations. These are the 3 centers that we'll do each day, and then they'll also come to the teacher table, and we'll practice some kind of Christmas word problems together. Also, looking at my drawers for next week, I'm kind of doing a theme day each day. So on Monday, our theme is going to be reindeer. So we're doing an activity and a read aloud with pet reindeer. This is a freebie on TPT that I'll link below that Elementary with Emma shared. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do a directed drawing for reindeer. On Tuesday, we're doing snowman. So we're gonna have snowmen stories, and then we'll practice writing how to build our snowman with the steps. And then I have a snowman glyph, which I also found on TPT. I'll link below. So I went ahead and pre-cut the paper, so that will be ready. Wednesday, we're working on Christmas trees, so we'll have Christmas tree stories and would you rather questions and read alouds. We're gonna practice writing how to decorate a Christmas tree. I'm hoping, since this one has the words, on this one it could be a little less scaffolded, and I'll just model it more. Then I have my Christmas tree templates that we'll cut out and decorate. And then Thursday, we're doing an elf day. So I have a Label the Elf for extra. If I Were an Elf narrative writing. I've got elf stories, all kinds of things. So those are kind of the themes that I'm doing next week and what I already have prepped in the drawers. Here's what my Christmas slides look like. So each day I'm gonna eventually link these to make these a button, but it goes in order: reindeer day, snowman day, Christmas tree day, elf day. And then I just kind of have like a would you rather warm up. So we'll practice graphing and answering questions. Then I always have a read aloud. Sometimes it's a YouTube story, but I think all the other days I have like the actual book. Then I've got some decodables, which I'll link where I got those on TPT as well. This one did cost, but it wasn't very expensive and they're really cute. So we're gonna practice our decodables. Then we're gonna do our reindeer activity and our reindeer portraits. I've got the directed draw in here, step by step. And then I have our math stations up here, so we'll be ready to go. And then at the end of most of the days, I have some kind of YouTube story or movie just for last resort. Then I have the same thing for snowman. So the would you rather, the read aloud, the activity we're going to be doing, the stations, the movie. The same thing for Christmas tree, the would you rather, the story, the decodable, the activity, the craft, the stations, etc., etc., all the way through the end of the week. So this is how I'm going to stay organized and sane next week. I know that was a really quick rundown of everything, but I hope that kind of helps give you like a brief idea of what I'm doing the week before Christmas. As always, you can just comment if you want details for any of those activities that I didn't share. I'll try to link everything that I shared below in the description box that I got from TPT if you would like to get that as well. I'm just hoping to survive, honestly. I was feeling more hopeful yesterday, but after a day like today, I'm like, am I gonna make it 6 more days? I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this day in my life. I'm going to go ahead and pack up my things. We have our holiday party for staff tonight. So I'm going to head home before that starts, and then tomorrow's going to be a busy day because I'm going to try to make sure I have everything ready for next week, which I got a good start today, but I am going to try to leave right on time tomorrow because it's Friday and I'm getting my COVID booster shot this weekend, and the second one like knocked me out, so I'm anticipating this one might be a little rough. So I'm planning to be down for the count this weekend, and the only thing I plan on doing this weekend is finishing up Elves. So that's why I've got so much of that prepped today, and I'm really proud of myself for working hard during my planning, even though it was a crazy day, because getting all of those math centers like almost taken care of was nice. So I'm gonna head home. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.